I use it separately, so maybe I don't find the effect that great, you know, and I don't have pigmentation, so I just want to try the feel of it. So actually I want to find out what's the difference between, I know that Lumivie and actually Ufinity can help to lighten pigmentation. So I'm not too sure, you know, when is the best time to introduce Lumivie and when to use the Ufinity.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
sure. Can
both can reduce pigmentation, right?
Um, not really. I mean, later we'll touch on that, the Q&A on what's the comparison between Ufinity serum and Lumivie serum. Later we can share,
Yeah,
I will share a bit
yeah,
on the
can.
difference and what are the target audience. Can, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
can.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you.
one. Thank you. Yeah, I'm recording this, so later we can share with everybody. You know, those who can't make it, then we can share. Okay. Thank you so much. All in. Anybody? Okay, great. So maybe let me pass the mic to Mel. Melody can introduce herself and share with us what she's going to share today. And later we can have a Q&A session. And if you have any question, feel free to type in the chat box, and maybe from time to time we will stop and address your question. Ken, great. Mel, are you ready?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Welcome, Mel. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Melody. Yeah, people call me Mel for short. Okay, so today we'll be covering on this series called the Lumivie series. Actually, this is an improved version from previously of what is known as Melasep, which has been in Mary Kay for many, many years, the Melasep series, which is targeting at the whitening series. So for this Lumivie series, why I say it's improved, because it added on the brightening series, the brightening ingredients in it to improve what was already good, to make it even better. Okay, so if you can see my screen, I've shared this. Okay, because why we are actually looking at brightening is because I think it's influenced by the K-pop, K-drama era, where everybody wants to have that glassy, dewy skin with minimal makeup to essentiate what is already beautiful underneath, which is your skin. Okay, so so they introduced this Lumivie series. Okay, it actually consists on a full set. Cleanser, toner, serum, and moisturizer. And it even came out with a black charcoal mask, which is different from the clear proof charcoal mask that we are very familiar with. Okay, so if you can see, so these are actually what I've covered just now. Okay, the objective was actually to hit customer Asian skin, because Singapore, purely we are actually Asians, so we usually will have this problem of dull complexion, probably because of our SPF and our sun and stuff. So complexion tends to get dull, and we even get uneven skin tones. Okay, for Asians, pigmentation is a very big issue, because especially for fair ladies, pigmentation is usually, all our pigmentation is actually present. It's just when it's coming out. So it's always underneath the skin, this black pigmentation. So it's actually when it's gonna surface. Sorry, it's actually someone's waiting. Okay, so it's actually when it's gonna surface now. To show the world that we actually have pigmentation. So this series actually will help with to even out the skin tone and to lighten pigmentations. And also, okay. So when you ask like which age group is this series going to be targeted at, actually in every range of our, in every phase of our life, we will always need brightening and lightening in some time or other. So, okay, it's like, so 20 years old, we have like pimple marks that is old, it has darkened, okay? That is where we need the lightening. Then at 30 years old, when we are having like uneven skin tone and you start seeing signs of aging, sometimes maybe even pigmentations will come out. That's when we need brightening and lightening. And also, okay, for bridal special occasions, you want to look your best. Who doesn't, right? Who forever want to be doing, you know, your best during your bridal days? That's the when you're the most beautiful. That's where you need brightening as well. Too bad I didn't know about Mary Kay before I got married. Okay, so this are what is needed. Okay, so just a brief history on Lumivie. We actually launched this in 2018. That's why Eve said that actually this is one of the first serum that I used because I joined in 2018. So talking about that, they introduced out the serum first, okay, which is this Lumivie series serum. Okay, so and then slowly it sold off like hotcakes in the market. So what Mary Kay is very good at is they usually will launch things out one at a time, so as to see how the market is taking it. And true enough, the market went crazy in 2018 over this Lumivie series, this Lumivie serum. So in 2019, they launched out the cleanser and the moisturizing cream as well as the black sheet mask. Okay, and then in this year we launch out this essence water. So what is actually so powerful about this Lumivie series? Okay, we actually have these three very important ingredients. Okay, the first one is the Tahitian black pearl. Okay, for Chinese especially, right, if you have heard your grandmother or something or mother says that, oh, having this pearl powder is very good for the skin, and they will go to provision shop or medical halls to get it like grind pearls that to grind the powder, and then they will mix it into their skincare. That is why it's so precious for many generations. But then in this Lumivie series, we added on this black pearl. This black pearl is to be actually one step above what is usually known as the pearl powder, because it actually helps to brighten up the skin, okay, and to boost up our skin energy. Okay, and then it has this optic bright complex, which actually target areas of uneven skin tones. So later we'll go through how we can actually use this serum. And then we have this sapphire coaster plant, which is something like a seaweed. Okay, it actually is very good for absorbing water, and then so when it's applied on your face, it actually helps to increase moisture to your skin. Okay, so and then we move on to this black sheet mask that was launched. Okay, why is it black? It's not because it's purposely colored to be black, and so that you can see the difference when you take it off and you become whiter. It's black for a reason, because it actually have this very special wood charcoal fiber called the Binchotan charcoal. Okay, this charcoal is actually sourced in Japan, and it's actually used because it has been tested that it can actually hold up to 700% of its weight in terms of water. So we will actually want to use this because this actually this sheet actually absorbs a lot of water. So when you put the mask on your face, the water gets transferred onto your skin without the mask drying up like within like 10 minutes. So after putting on for 20 minutes, you can still feel that your skin and the mask is very moist. So, but then we will recommend that after 20 to 30 minutes, you should just take the mask off, even though it's very moist, because reverse osmosis will start. They will start drawing out water from your face. Okay, so this mask is the special ingredient is this marvelous charcoal. And so this skincare series actually boosts up your face brightness and help in moisturizing. And of course, when your face is moisturized and lightened, it actually will give you that soft, glassy look of that skin. Okay, so so this is how you should actually, we recommend the use of this series. First, you use with the cleanser. Okay, the cleanser. Then we will top it up with actually our sonic brush to give a better cleansing. Toning is where we will introduce the essence water. Okay, so people ask why you need to tone and why you need to put on, after cleansing, why do you need to put on an extra layer? Why can't we just go straight into moisturizing? So this toning is actually, in a way, okay, it's called toning, but it doesn't contain alcohol in this Lumivie essence water. So what it does is actually it softens the pores, okay, freshen up the pores for better absorption, so that when you pour in the good stuff later on, it will be better absorbed. Okay, then you follow up with actually the mask. If mask, you can do it weekly, and then the serum, the eye care. Okay, so the Lumivie series in a special way is it doesn't have its own eye care, so we still use our Mary Kay eye care, which consists of we have different eye cares, but so for this we actually present the Time Wise 3D eye care here, okay, and followed by moisturizing cream. And this moisturizing cream doesn't have SPF, so after doing the moisturizer cream, remember that you have to put on SPF if you are going out, or even if you're not going out in the house in the daytime, you should put on this. Okay, and the Lumivie series is actually recommended for use, or for me especially, in the daytime, because they have this optic bright complex, right, which can help to brighten, and then it also kind of help to reflect off the light that you are currently in. Okay, so actually it helps to reflect off the light, so at least it doesn't get absorbed in a sense. Okay, it just gives a barrier over. Okay, so far under here, any questions?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Okay. Okay, so maybe. Okay. Okay, so maybe we'll let you maybe I'll just share a bit of my experience with the Lumivie series. Okay, so I started off in Mary Kay 2018. I looked for Eve is because I was getting darker and darker as years goes by. With kids, because you have to ferry them around, okay, so you're constantly under the sun. Whether you put on SPF is never enough, because unless you're consistently reapplying, and after like maybe 45 minutes and stuff, which in our busy lifestyle, that usually is not happening. So I start seeing very dull skin, or I start seeing myself getting very dark, and then lines start appearing when there's lack of moisture. So that's when I decided that, okay, I'll give Mary Kay a try. Okay, so I started off with the serum first. And I actually used the Time Wise 3D facial and eye cream and the night cream. Lumivie, I only have the serum at that time. So I started off the serum, and then after like 3-4 months of using, as I realized that actually I find that I'm getting a bit fairer. I took a before and after photo. I can see the difference that I'm getting a bit fairer. So okay, that's a good start. So continue with the Lumivie series. And 2019, they came out with the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the black sheep mask. So that was very a big welcome for me. So converted the whole series back to using it in the day, because I'm still using my Time Wise 3D at night. So in the day, I use the cleanser, then followed by the serum, eye care, then the moisturizer, and SPF. That's for my day care. Then this year, we came out with the Binchotan black sheep mask. So this gives us the additional boost in terms of our skincare. So now the set is complete. And then when we tested on ourselves, so everyone always tell me, oh, it really brightens. So I did a test myself. I did iodine in a cup of water, and then I threw in my black sheep mask and stir it up. Really within seconds, the water just clears up. So when you tell me if I'm going to put it on my face, just for one use, the color lightens. And then if you repeat the use, I think you will actually get fairer over the years. So make all my customers try the mask, and everyone gave me the feedback. The before and after is amazing, even after 20 minutes. You can actually see your face brightening up. So that is how great this Binchotan mask is. So this is the mask. Okay, so it doesn't cover the eye area, if you notice. So that's where you put on eye care when you're doing this black mask. Okay, so Eve, do you want to touch on anything?
Thank you, Mel. Yeah, very nice presentation. Very good. So maybe we have a Q&A. We can open up for Q&A so that we can address your question. Because maybe just now there's one, Joanne asked about Ufinity serum and the difference between Ufinity serum and Lumivie serum. Perhaps Mel, you want to explain, then
Okay.
I'll just elaborate later.
Okay, so the Ufinity series, if any of you are not very clear, this Ufinity series is actually the queen of our whole range in Mary Kay. Why did I call it a queen? Because it's like the premium of the premium skincare that we have. So we have added ingredients like the 24K gold in it, and then we have this Alpen rose, which is, they call it the never falling rose. Okay, so this Alpen rose is actually found in the Swiss Alps by the scientists, and it's so marvelous that because in the Swiss Alps temperatures are so cold, but then things can still grow, the flowers can still bloom, and that is where we realize that this Alpen rose can actually go through harsh conditions, harsh weather conditions, and still blooming very, very beautifully. So they decided to extract this and put it in the Ufinity. So Ufinity itself, when you talk about never falling rose, is actually very, very targeted at people who needs that advanced skincare. So be it you're in your mid 40s to 50s, or you have very, very dry skin. So this Ufinity series will help to boost up in terms of moisture, and also to lift and boost up. Okay, but for Lumivie series is actually targeted very strongly in terms of whitening and brightening. So it does live up to a certain extent, but in terms of in terms of its specialty, this Lumivie is actually targeting towards brightening and whitening. So like just now when we go through like 20s, 30s, 40s, every time in your life you will need brightening. But then if you're talking about lifting, maybe the 20s may not need Ufinity as yet, unless they are suffering from very, very dry skin. Then we will, and because of the lack of moisture in their skin, or lack of retention of moisture in their skin, then we will usually recommend the Ufinity. Yeah, so this Lumivie will be targeting again at brightening and lightening. Will help to uneven out a skin tone, and then will target at specific pigmentations that you really want to get rid of. So we actually also have a lot of users that, you know, have this black spots coming out or sunspots coming out on their cheeks and stuff. So they did this test for 2 to 3 months, just using the Lumivie serum on that spot, and using it day and night, and even boosting out with vitamin C squares, and the pigmentation actually lightened. So we have a lot of cases. That is why we are very confident in this Lumivie series. Personally, I'm a great user. I'm a great lover. Still using it every day, yeah, without fail. So that's the difference between the Ufinity and Lumivie.
Thank you. Very good explanation. Thank you, Mel. Okay, just to add on, because we usually start from basic serum for beginners. So for me, I also started using the basic serum. So Lumivie, Serum C, and Lifting Serum, even pore minimizer are considered our basic serum. All right, so this will be very targeted at targeted area, and I usually recommend people about 24 years old and above can try Lumivie. So for younger audience, I mean for younger customer, they can start with serum C. So these are the entry levels. For Ufinity, I have a customer who have a very good testimonial. And yeah, I think a lot of people are circulating it because it was I think in 10 days, she had very good result, partly because she had been using Mary Kay, Lumivie, and Serum C for 1 year, for the base, for past 1 year before she started Ufinity when it was launched last April. So I always encourage people to go from the basic first because our skin needs a lot of hydration to absorb the essence. Even though Ufinity is very, very good, is the queen of our whole Mary Kay range, but I still hope that you all can go for the basic first. That means pump up the hydration. For Lumivie range, just now Mel mentioned the Black Pearl and Sapphire are all very hydrating. So we need to pump up the hydration first. So, but if depends on your budget, for example, if I have a customer who's 60 years old and she has a lot of budget and she wants to go for to reap the best, the maximum benefit, I would ask her to go for exfoliation, which is very important, facial peel, and she can go for Ufinity at night, and daytime she can use Lumivie. So this is a very good combination because, of course, it is also budget because you want to spend the more expensive one at night to do the repair, and daytime you can use Lumivie as a shield because it's a very good a good serum to protect our skin from the UV from all the exposure. Okay, yeah. So any question to ask about?
Okay, so this, we are at this series, right? So I thought maybe I will just show you the texture of all the actual products. Okay, yes. So actually coming out with the first one will be this cleanser. This is the Lumivie cleanser. So it's actually more like a cream-based cleanser. Okay, so let me just squeeze out some. Okay, so I'm not sure you can see. So this is actually the texture of the cleanser. So it's thicker, it's more cream-based, okay? But it's in no way very oily, okay? So although people say that, hey, it's cream cleanser, it will be very for normal skin, for normal to dry skin. I got oily skin, I cannot use. Actually, it's not true because when you start rubbing it with water, it foams up very fast. And it becomes very light when it foams up, and then when you apply on your skin, and after washing, right, you can actually already see a very big difference, okay, in terms of the lightening of your color, your skin color. Okay, so this is the cleanser, and after cleanser, we will come up with this. This is the essence water. Okay, so why essence water? So like I said, essence water actually helps to soften up your pores. Okay, so I'm not sure that you can see. So it's actually very liquid. Okay, so it actually helps to soften up your pores for better absorption. And then this also includes all these unique ingredients inside the Lumivie series, which will help to also brighten up. So after applying this, you will start feeling, hey, your skin looks like glass. The Korean glass kind of translucent look just with this. Okay, so that's what we do to give ourselves the extra boost of dewiness. Okay, then next, after essence water, we'll pump in the serum first. Okay, so this is actually the serum. So the serum, not sure whether you can see. Okay, this is the serum. Okay, it's very, very easily absorbed. Okay, so this is the serum. And then after the serum, usually we'll put on so this is the cream. So it's also cream-based. Okay, cream-based. And then you just apply it on your skin, then follow up by SPF. Okay, So very simple steps to use, very simple products to use. And it really stays, the moisture stays on your skin, and then you will start seeing, actually you will get really seriously lighter over the months of using. So try out this range. On our skin, it actually usually takes about 22, on average, our skin takes about 28 days to regenerate, okay? But also all this is in average. So it really depends on your skin health, how fast you actually, your skin actually regenerate the cells. So give yourself at least, like when you try new products, we always tell yourself, give yourself at least 1 to 2 months to try this product before you discount, say, oh, it's not feeling good. So we usually will recommend that you give yourself at least 2 months to recommend this, to try out this product, and then you can see the difference for yourself. Okay. So yeah.
We have a question, maybe Mel. Let me read to you. Angeline asked which SPF to use because Lumivie moisturizer there's no SPF. So we usually can recommend the sun protector or honey glow finisher.
Okay.
Because
so
the moisturizer cream is ready. Yeah, you can explain.
Sorry. Okay. So for myself, because this doesn't have SPF, so okay, so for at home, usually if I'm not going anywhere or meeting anyone, so I will just top up with the Mary Kay SPF sun protector. It's a small bottle. It is actually purely SPF. It doesn't have any other, like how to say, it's not for anti-aging or anything. It's purely SPF. So that is very good to top up on top of any moisturizer actually that you're using, even the Time-Wise series or any other skincare series that you're using. The SPF protector is 35, SPF 35. Okay, so on days that I'm heading out for a short while, we have this Honey Glow series, Honey Glow Finisher, which is actually, you call it a makeup base, but it also has skincare properties. So that one includes SPF 30 in it. So it has honey included. So it's actually it also helps as a skincare, but it also acts as a makeup base, or it's good on its own. Okay, so that one is 30. And then we also actually, if you like primer like me, okay, the foundation primer, that is a SPF 15. So why foundation primer? Actually, when people tell me, hey, why you use foundation primer? You're not putting on makeup. Why do you even use foundation primer? Actually, foundation primer, it also helps to protect our skin in terms that it creates that barrier over your skin. Actually, the main purpose is actually for makeup wise, right? When you put on the foundation, it actually blocks up the pores in a sense that your skin will not look like so pory when you actually put on makeup. But then if you look from the skincare point of view, this primer actually helps in terms of skincare because it blocks the pores. So that means whatever makeup that you're going to put on actually don't go inside the pores. Okay, so Mary Kay has this foundation primer, which is very, very good in a sense that after using so many primers, I've changed to use Mary Kay primer because it doesn't kick up, especially after prolonged use. So this foundation primer, it just glides on the skin and it stays on the skin. It doesn't peel, it doesn't crack, and it doesn't flake. So that is the beauty of this Mary Kay foundation primer. So that is a SPF 15. So usually if I need to go out, usually I will layer the foundation primer first. After the moisturizer, it gives me an additional 15. And then it also acts like a barrier for any makeup products. And then I top it up with either your Honey Glow, or if you are going for even more, more bigger function, then you can even consider putting on foundation or CC cream. Okay, CC cream also gives us SPF as well. So after moisturizing, actually we have a lot of products that actually give us sun protection. Okay, so I hope that answers the question. Any other questions?
There's one more question about essence water. Is it to replace with softener, essence water?
Okay, so essence water, when I use essence water, I don't use softener anymore. Yeah. So actually, if you say replace, yes, in a sense, I will replace it. Okay, because it already gives me that moisture and it also helps to soften up my pores. So whenever I'm using the Lumivie series, or if I'm using the serum especially, I will usually be using just the essence water without the softener. Yeah.
Can add on if your skin is dry, dehydrated, perhaps you can use the softener to wipe first one time, okay, and after that the essence water you can pat the essence water in. That will give you a brighter look. So softener is for dehydrated and dry skin, whereas essence water is for dull skin. So there are different. The dull skin needs essence, the Lumivie essence water. Dry skin needs the softener. Dry and dehydrated skin. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any question? From y'all can. Okay, there's a question. If you have patches of Jean, you want to put in the everybody so everyone can see your question. Okay, let me read it out. If you have patches of pigmentation, do you just apply Lumivie serum on that area? Do you need to add on vitamin C square to serum on those areas too also? Do you need to use other serum for the rest of your face or no need? Maybe
Okay,
Mel, you want to
understand.
answer? Then I'll, yeah.
Okay, so what's the use of the vitamin C activating square? So the vitamin C activating square is actually pure vitamin C. So if you just use that on its own, it will actually be better to be use it with a serum. So because it's activating square, right? So it works together with a serum to boost up the additional vitamin C that you need. So if you have like pigmentation that you really want to get rid of, and if you want it to shorten the time, I would recommend you to mix it with the vitamin C activating square, because vitamin C helps with regeneration, okay, to boost up the collagen inside your skin. So it will help in terms of regeneration. So when you mix it with your serum, Lumivie serum, it will act on your skin faster. In a sense, it will help to lighten up that pigmentation faster. So if you have like serious pigmentation on these areas, right, you can actually mix it with your serum C square and apply it on the targeted areas. Then as for whether you need another serum over your face, if you're using the Lumivie serum, you can use it for the whole face. Then you can mix it specifically with the vitamin C square to put it on that pigmentation parts. Yeah, so actually that will help, because we also don't want that you just want to lighten one part, then the rest of the face you still have this uneven skin tone effects. So usually we'll just put the serum over the whole face. If you have specific areas that you want to target, you can mix it with the vitamin C square. Yeah. So okay, then what's the next part of the question? Sorry.
Do you need to use other serum for the rest of your face or no
Yeah,
need?
so usually if I'm using Lumivie serum, I would just use the Lumivie serum during that regime. So for Lumivie serum, usually I'll use it in the day. Okay, so you can use it in the day, and then at night you can use your own favorite serum, and we have a lot of serums in our Mary Kay range to target at each specific points that you want to target. Yeah. Okay.
So it really depends on your needs. So usually we try to address one skincare concern of the customer first, one at a time. So if let's say it's very dark on this patch here, then we ask them to concentrate. That means you apply the first application is always on the darkest point. Then the rest on the leftover on other parts. So always focus on that area. And of course, exfoliation is very important as well. Exfoliation. 2 times a week to do it so that the skin get to metabolize faster.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in order for good stuff to get into your skin, you have to get rid of the dead skin that is sitting on your skin for the longest time. So like what you say, exfoliation is very useful, especially if you want to introduce new products into your skin, because at least you get off the dead skin on top of your skin, then you pump in the good stuff after that. Okay, so weekly exfoliation is important. Any other questions?
Yeah, any question on specific products that you like to know in the Lumivie range? Maybe we can get some of you all to share your testimonial, or Joey, convenient to talk? Joey, still driving, or if you're convenient to Joey, can? Oh, I think she's busy. She's also a fan of Lumivie. She has been using. Okay, there's a question from Rianne. Can you layer serum together? Because I read before they said you only need to use one serum at one time only. The effect won't be there. For example, serum C plus Lumivie. Oh, okay, very good question. You can, but of course, I would suggest for beginners, you try one serum first, at least for 7 days, and move on to 7 days, and after that you can see. Usually for serum, I would suggest you do on alternate nights or alternate days first. So one day odd numbers. After that, okay. Then following week you can try every day. Then if you try serum C, Lumivie first. After that, for vitamin C, usually I separate them. For example, if I use Lumivie in the daytime, serum C I use at night. That is for at least the first 3 months, because I find that, for Koreans, they like to layer because they are used to it. I think since 21 years old, they have been using. For me, I started using serum at 38 years old. Can you imagine the difference? So it's good to use, give yourself one at a time first. Then slowly, in terms of layering, right, we go from the lightest, the most, the thinnest, the less. I think if you do the comparison, Lumivie and serum C, vitamin C is about the same, but if you can put the Lumivie first on the pigmentation. Then serum C is for collagen. So usually collagen, I find that, depending on your skin, sometimes usually it's around the jawline that it starts to sag. So I prefer to put the serum C around the jawline, but you can do layering after 3 months when your skin has adjusted. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, adjusted. Good. Mel, you want to add on?
Yeah, I agree with actually what Eve said. Actually, layering, the Koreans love layering, but because they're so used to already introducing serums into their skin. So for new beginners, actually, we usually just want to try one product at a time, just to make sure that your skin is okay with the product, because everybody's skin behaves differently. So it's better if you try one product at a time, at least for 1 week. If it's okay, then you move on to a next product and next product. So like I said, Mary Kay is very good in a sense because they introduce product at a time, because they know people are excited and people want to try everything. So they introduce one product at a time to make sure that you actually prep your skin. So in 2018, we started with the Lumivie serum to prep our skin already. So when we started with that serum, after that, we move on to other serums, or we even move on to layering. At least your skin is already custom in a sense. Yeah, that's why they always say that if you use the product for a long time, like for 5 years, 10 years, and you don't change the range, somehow your face creates that resistance to that range, and then you don't see any effect anymore. Yeah, so one thing good about Mary Kay is we have this team of scientists who always keeps improving on what is already existingly good in a sense. So like I said just now, Melasep was actually the longest whitening product that Mary Kay has, and they improved it further and rename it Lumivie because they add on ingredients. So every time we have this change for every like 2 or 3 years, it actually indirectly help us to boost up our own skin health, because it makes us already have that product in our skin. I mean, we are really used to that ingredients in our skin. We improve it slowly every 3 years. So we actually also adjust our skin accordingly. So when you're using Mary Kay products, you don't have to worry in a sense that, oh, I have to remember every 5 years I need to change my product, every 3 years I need to change product. No, the scientists will actually help you in terms of that by coming up with improved versions of what you are already used to. So you don't have to worry about getting your skin accustomed to Mary Kay products. Every 10 years I need to change another brand, which is not the case in Mary Kay. That's why when you see the Mary Kay users, right, once they start on the Mary Kay products, it's really like an addiction. You cannot do without, because every time they will come up with new improvements that you want to try, and it just makes you actually feel younger and younger. That's why if you can see the transformation in our Mary Kay users, the difference is the before and after is what usually wows even ourselves when we look at it. Yep. Okay, so question from Jean is, do we use a facial peel to exfoliate when you have pigmentation? Okay, so when you're talking about the facial peel, I believe you'll be talking about the radiance peel that we have. Okay, so in Mary Kay, we actually have two broad categories of exfoliation. One is the microdermabrasion, which is actually exfoliation on the outer skin, which is our epidermis of our skin, which is the outer layer. Okay, but in terms of our skin, we actually have a few layers. So when you're talking about facial peel, which is the radiance peel, that targets the second layer, the dermis layer, which is the layer beneath our epidermis. So these two are actually two different kinds of exfoliation, and they cannot be used at the same time. So if you're using the microdermabrasion for the outer layer, okay, you use to exfoliate, you have to give yourself at least 2 to 3 days before you can use the facial peel, which is actually to exfoliate the second layer. Okay, so that is like what when you go to facial parlors, they will tell you the chemical peel, because actually that targets the inner layer of the exfoliation. So if you are exfoliating, it is good to use for the outside layer, which is the epidermis, to exfoliate away. 2 or 3 days later, you use the facial peel. So all this exfoliation will help to get rid of all the skin cells, and then you will actually brighten up your face as well before you pump in serums or the Lumivie series. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that explains exfoliation.
Very good, thank you. Any more questions? Maybe in another 5 more minutes, we can end this Lumivie product training. So if you are keen to try and have not tried, you can ask beauty consultants for some samples to try it. And of course, the black sheep mask is good. Just now we mentioned about the usage, about one per piece, one week. Yeah, 1 piece per week to brighten up. And it will be overall brightening. I think we have a few testimonial. I think I heard from a few Joanne's BC who did it. I think it's Serene, but Serene is not here today, or Shufen, or who. And maybe any one of you can unmute yourself to share your personal experience with us, so they can benefit the rest of the participants. You can unmute yourself to share. Just say your name. Anyone can share your personal experience on a Lumivie range. Joanne, you have a few, right? BC who use. I heard in some of their sharing. Oh, Joey.
Yeah, I think Lina used before. Lina.
Hi, Lina.
She also like her Lumivie range.
Oh, very good. Yeah. So usually you share the range that you like. It will be it's very empowering. Very good. Can you share with us, Lina? Is it convenient for you to unmute? Maybe she's busy.
Yeah, maybe she's busy.
Joey is Joey. Hi, Joey. Is it convenient?
Hello.
Hi, convenient to talk.
Hi.
Maybe you can share with us your experience, like after using first 1-2 months. How do you feel about this Lumivie range?
I think during the first month when I start using Lumivie, I realized that my skin gets smoother also.
Yes.
Yeah. Then
Sarah.
Correct. It gets fairer in overall. Then actually I've been using for at least let me see at least 8 months already until now, Lumivie. So the range is good. And one thing I think I like to add is that hydration is very important. So I do a lot of water spa. It helps your face to be hydrated in inner. So when it's pumped out with water, when you apply your serum, especially brightening serum, it works better. And also, I think one point that Melody you mentioned about using the facial peel. Yeah, exfoliation is important because you need to remove the dirty things first, which is the dead cells, before you can absorb. So your cup cannot be full. When it's full, no matter how you put your things, right, it will not go in. So you need to pour away some of your dirty things, exfoliation, before you can pump in all your serum. So for myself, I do a lot of facial peel because they have this ingredient called glycolic acid. Yeah, it's very good. So when it removes, it really exfoliates. It's like the holy grail lah for exfoliation. So when you remove the dirty things, right, it will help to brighten your skin when you pump in the serum. So for me, hydration, then the brightening and also the exfoliation, these three when I add up, right, it gives a very, very good effect on brightening. So overall, I'm also a mommy, so I ferry my kids around. That's when I started realize I have pigment coming up. When we go swimming, when I bring my kids for swimming, then I realized, oh, I read about it. So it takes 7 years for a pigment to really surface. So not so fast, like 1-2 months, you can see the effect. You just need to keep doing. So now after 8 months, I see, hey, really, I can see the before and after. Yeah, so try this range. It's my first range also.
Thank you.
Actually, thank
so
you, Joey. Actually, talk about the pigmentation, right? Like I said, our pigmentations are always present in our skin. It's just when it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
So by using like Lumivie series, the brightening and the whitening series, right? It also gives the skin the health to delay the onset of that pigmentation coming up. Yeah, that is every woman's biggest nightmare. Yeah, then you start seeing spots coming out, and then when it comes out, it doesn't stop. It just comes out multifolds. Yeah, so by protecting your skin in terms of this Lumivie skincare, it actually delays the onset, especially for fair ladies. It is very important because when you're fairer, any spots will become magnified on your skin because you have such fair skin. So any discoloration is very, very obvious on the skin. Yeah. So now I'm actually testing it on my husband because he noticed a sunspot on his cheek. So we are testing it out with the Lumivie every night to see how long he takes to lighten that sunspot for himself. Yeah. So men also can use.
yeah. There's a question. Jean question.
Okay, there's a question. Black sheep mask. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay, so the black sheep mask is okay. Why is it so unique again? So it has this minchotan charcoal, right, that absorbs water. So inside the black sheep mask is actually 7 bottles of serum. It can absorb up to 7 bottles of serum inside that mask. So when you take out, right, it's really so wet because it's filled with that serum. That's why we said that this mask is actually a quick fix. When you have like special functions, you need to lighten up your face, you want to look brighter for the next day. So this mask actually gives you that lightening, that fast, effective lightening because it's so soaked with serum. So it's literally like putting the whole serum and soaking on your face. So if for 10 minutes, usually I will leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so after you take it off, no need to wash. You just massage the serum on your face because those are like your 精华, your serum, the Lumivie serum. So just massage it on to your face and then just top it up with moisturizer. Okay, so that's all. And then if you have a question, the serum and the essence a bit sticky. Okay, so actually what we do is the stickiness is probably because your skin is not absorbing the serum as well. So after you take off the mask, actually what we do is we use the sonic massager, the sonic brush with the massager head. You attach it and then you start massaging the serum into your face. Okay, so that will actually promote quick absorption into your pores.
To add on to Joanne's question, I do feel it initially. It's a bit sticky, but what I do, I just pat it in, but after maybe 5 minutes, I find that it gets absorbed. Maybe your skin is quite hydrated. That's why you find it a bit sticky. But what you can do, you can use the softener to soften the skin first, wipe upward direction, and then just the Lumivie essence water, if you want, focusing on areas that are darker, just pat on it, just pat it in. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
can.
softener the
Because actually I just use it sparingly because I don't have pigmentation so I just want to try and feel the whole range. So I open the whole range to use it. That's why I feel the somehow the stickiness. Maybe I'm not used to. Maybe I try again because on and off I use it I don't really use it every day. So maybe later I try again and see how. Yeah.
The
Another
stickiness
way-
sometimes it creates that, although you think it's sticky, but actually not, it doesn't, because it creates that glassy, dewy layer over your skin. That's why.
But my serum is a bit my serum I think is a bit oxidized, a bit like yellowish already. Is it okay to still continue to use it?
Yeah, it's okay. We
Can,
asked the product trainer.
Mm.
So
Okay.
it's, I think the way, because of the ingredient, but it doesn't, if you use one serum by right, you should use it within 6 months. So we should keep track of the time, of the duration.
Actually, mine is less than 6 months, but I feel it yellowish. I don't know.
It still can be used. Yeah,
Can be used.
can
Okay.
be used. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Due to the ingredient, yeah, the color of the ingredient, I think. Thank you. So after Jean has one more question. After Lumivie serum and mask or mask, do you still need to apply oil-free hydrating gel before applying cream? Okay, maybe you
Okay, so the oil-free hydrating gel is a moisture booster. So I use it all the time for myself because it really just gives you the additional moisture. Okay, so for people with very dehydrated skin, actually oil-free hydrating gel before moisturizer is very good for your skin. So for people with very dry skin, or you need that boost of hydration, you can apply the oil-free hydrating gel first, then you apply the moisture, the Lumivie moisturizer, because actually the texture-wise, the oil-free hydrating gel is more liquid in a sense. So you want to layer those that are less dense in terms of density, the less dense one on first. So hydrating gel goes on first, followed by the Lumivie cream.
Okay, good.
Okay, then. So Rayanne has a question. Correct step is softener and essence water. Softener, then essence water, or essence water, then softener. Usually, if you want to layer softener and essence water, I will actually recommend softener first. Softener first, okay, then followed by the essence water, because the essence water actually creates that glow, that translucent, glassy glow on your skin. So you want to layer softener first, then followed by the essence water. Yeah, to give that glow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Very good. Any more question? So y'all can try the products for the next 1 week, and we can come back to next week to share your review with us. Usually it depends on what you want to achieve. The purpose of using it is very important. So there's no, you can share. I mean, we can also share with you our own testimonial. So the essence water and softener really depends on that day. If your skin is a bit dull, then you need to that means add on the essence water for the brightness. Yeah. So you can also use it, one way to use it as a mask as well. There's those something like cotton pad that can leave it on. You can put essence water and leave it on. We call it the Lumivie Essence Water Spa. You can just add on, just paste on your pigmentation area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. We can do some sharing. Maybe the coming week, a few of us can do some sharing on our Facebook Live and videos, and we can share it in our group. Everyone can learn together. And I think
So actually, just to recap finishing up to recap what is being shared. Okay,
Yes,
so today we shared the Lumivie series, and then main purpose is brightening and whitening. Okay, so it actually, the series we actually have, I love this card, so I need to show off the cleanser. Okay, the Lumivie cleanser. Okay, followed by the serum. Okay, and then we have our Lumivie cream. Okay, these cards are very cute, so we can take selfie with these cards.
yes.
Okay, and then of course our newest launch will be this Binchotan mask. Okay, so these are the products that we covered today. So I hope you all can give it a try. Okay, if you need samples, you can always get from your beauty consultants, from your Mary Kay beauty consultants. And if you are keen to try, you can purchase a set. Okay, we have the 90 days product guarantee. So you can always share that with your customers that you have the 90 days product guarantee. If at any time during the 90 days, you find that you're not suitable for the product or you don't really like the feel, you can always exchange it for another product of the same value, no questions asked. So that is how confident Mary Kay products are in the market. Okay, so I hope all of you had a good time learning about this Lumivie series and that you'll grow to love it as much as I do. So thank you for your time and your time this morning, although it's like raining morning.
Yeah.
Very nice to sleep in. Yeah, but thank you for coming on.
Okay, thank you. I'll stop the recording. Okay, thank you very much.